and welcome to this week's What's Hot. And for those of you in England, I'm hoping that Week isn't proving to be too much of a damp squib. So not too much sweating going on, or the need for talcum powder. Remember when that was a thing? Well, it still is, because it has multiple uses, such as filler, incubator, lubricant, anti-personal, personal hygiene, and makeup accessory. Well, Chemicals group Elementis had a double-digit jump in its share price as it completed the sale of its talc soapstone business. Now, after costs, the sale will bring in $55 million, and most of the proceeds will be given to investors in the form of a share buyback. That business being sold to Imi Fabi of Italy. Well, speaking of the EU, remember just last week, US President Donald Trump threatened to slap a 50% tariff on all goods sent to the US from the EU from the 1st of June, so just a few days' time. Well, there's been a stay of execution, with negotiations being extended until the 9th of July. So, first Tuesday after the bank holiday Monday, we saw stock markets in the UK in positive territory. Also riding high is Helix Exploration. Now, it's a near-term production company, assets within the Montana Helium fairway. Well, investors are still digesting last week's interview with the chief executive, Bo Sears, saying he'd never seen anything like it in his 30 years of drilling. He was referring to the strong flow tests at the Linda 1 well, which is part of the Rudyard Helium project, which continues to expand in scope. Well, for a broader overview of the helium market and the companies involved in the sector, you can watch my conversation with Peter Hitchens of Oak Security, which is accessible on the lsc.co.uk website. And you can also see the Pulsar Helium webinar of last week too. And with Abu Dhabi aiming to become the world's first AI-driven government by 2027, there's much interest in the nation, more expats going there and more hoovering up assets as the territory becomes more immersed in its digital transformation. Well, with that in mind, UK ad agency M&C CSaatchi PLC has struck a deal to buy a UAE-based sports agency. It's called June 23 Sport and Entertainment. Currently, it has quite an impressive client roster, including Emirates Dubai Sevens Rugby Festival, Mubadala Abu Dhabi Open Women's Tennis Tournament, Dubai Watch Week, Sail GP, and the list goes on. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you're well. I'll see you same time next week.